Hey there, YouTubers. This is Mr. Carney2323 here. I'm doing another upload on to YouTube. Yeah, pretty much. Doing a retake of my Inzektor deck that is newly updated with new stuff. Yeah. Okay, so let's start. Start off with one Gigamantis. Pretty much, it's standard in a Inzektor deck. You don't want to run two because it'll flood. You'll overdraw into it. But yeah, one Ladybug. Ladybug is pretty much gain that your extra levels and your extra attack. Hopper. He another good guy. I don't know really. Oh yeah, pretty much. Hornet. 3 Hornets. Yeah, it's pretty standard. It's always standard in an Inzektor deck to have 3 Hornets. Any less is dumb and childish. Well, not exactly childish, but you know what I mean. 3 Dragonfly, also pretty standard. Um, 3 Centipede. All this is standard, by the way. I don't need to keep saying that. This is just kind of gets really boring saying that. Your search engine of the deck, and then Dragonfly special summon engine of the deck. 2 Tomatoes. The other guy go. Oh, there he is. Wow, fail. Yeah, 2 Mystic Tomatoes. This guy is just to get out your Inzektors if you don't have them on the field already. Works good. Search out Dark. It's pretty standard for the deck, I guess, for this build. 3 Tour Guides, and a Sangan. Proxying Tour Guides because I don't really feel like spending $60. Again, after buying Hornets for 60, that really weren't worth 60. Birdman, Gawars, Dark Armed. That's the monsters. Those 3 are pretty standard, except Birdman. I put him in there, you know, just for the heck of it. 2 Duality. I don't know. I guess I couldn't find a third one at a reasonable price when I went to when I went to my locals. No one was selling them at a really good, good, reasonable price. They're all, oh no, I'm selling them for yeah, $5. And I'm like, it's like a $3 or $4 card, dude. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I guess it's okay for this deck to run too, but I didn't really draw into it as much as I wanted to. 3 MST. It's not standard, but that's how I want it. You can't tell me what to do. 1 Foolish to get your Hornet to grave. You know, I'd rather run Foolish than run a Armageddon Knight because I'd rather run an extra spell than run an extra monster and draw into a monster that I can't really use as much as I could as a spell. Because if I have to normal summon, there's my that pretty much wastes my chance of blowing up their field that turn with like a Dragonfly or Centipede. 1 Allure, pretty standard for any like dark based deck. 1 Book of Moon, 1 Dark Hole, Reborn, then Heavy Storm. Also like staples, all your staples and all that, you know. Just those are the spells. Here's the traps. Mirror Force, staple. Dimensional Prison. It's not a staple, but I don't know, because you don't really have that strong of monsters in this deck, and you want to keep them in the deck so they don't like die off. Call the Haunted. That's also, it's not standard, but people run it in the deck, so I've seen people run it at 2. I've seen people run 0. I've seen people run 1 like I do. I mean, 1 is not standard, but heck, 2 isn't either. Bottomless, Phoenix Chain, and Torrential. Phoenix Chain stops Inzektors, stops Light Sworn. It stops anything with an effect pretty much if you don't want them getting something out. It stops dragons too. Oh, it doesn't stop dragons because they can still remove their monster. And then Solemn Brigade, except I don't run a second warning. So the deck is pretty standard, except for like the tomatoes and I don't know. That's the deck. For the side deck, I mean, I run it just for it to be in there, just in case, you know. 2 Raikos, you know. It's like, hey, what if I mill into a Hornet? It's like, oh, I have a Hornet engraved now. That's okay. You draw into a Dragonfly. Lucky draw. Ooh. So yeah, 2 Raiko. I don't run 3. I don't know. 1 Snowman Eater. 1 Grand Mole. 1 Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragon's in the side deck because of Chimera Tech in the extra deck. Yeah. 1 Torrential. 2 Gozen Match. I took out the Gozen Match from the main deck and put it in the side deck because I don't know. I just like I can't go into my Exceeds if I get Gozen Match out though. It's like if I have Gozen Match on the field, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, what the heck? 1 Soul Release for the Mirror Match, and then 2 Defishers for Dragons and Light Sworns. I don't know. Yeah, that's the side deck. Extra deck. I run 1 Underground Arachnid. Her effect. Oh, it's 1 Dark Tuner, so it's good with GNX Alley Birdman and insect monsters. So Inzektors, duh. So if this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spell or traps until the end of the damage step, so they can't go. So if I attack them directly, they can't mirror force me until the end of the damage step, so they take the damage, and also they so they can't Book of Moon. They take damage even if they activate Book of Moon with this card. Pretty it's I can't really explain it. You know, comment in the comment bar and comment about it. I don't know. See if it works out for you if you want to run this in an Inzektor deck. Also, once per turn, you can select 1 face-up monster your opponent controls and equip it to this card. If this card would be destroyed by battle, you can destroy the monster equipped to this card instead. So it's Samurai effect. You can only have 1 equipped to it. So say you go into this and they're running Inzektors. So you equip their Hornet that they you equip like Dragonfly that they control, since you're pretty much having this on the field and you don't want them to go into anything because, like, say they change something that means you attack one of their monsters or something. Or I've seen something like it's called like Leviatine or whatever, like if my monster's destroyed, I activate this card and your monster's destroyed too. I'm like, nah, that's kind of gay. But yeah, run her. 1 Iron Chain. Just kind of proxying for Brionic, really. This is the level 6. 1 Stardust. Stardust is pretty much just because Cyber Dragon is in the extra deck. I'm probably just gonna sell that off to someone because I can't really use it anymore. Because I don't have Starlight Road in the deck. 2 Zen mains. I proxy Zen mains with Grinosaurus, by the way. Well, it's a level 3 and it's a fire type, so what the heck? You know, just went out there and did that. Giga Brilliant, Acid Golem, one Leviair, one of each of those. I took out the other Leviair. I was like, I'm not spending another $60 on 2 Leviairs. I'd rather spend 30 on one. 2 Leviathans, 1 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. That's why the Cyber Dragon's in the side deck. Yeah, this is my Inzektor deck. I want you guys to know that it's not fully complete. It will be better in a near future. We'll have all the cards at one point. And that is all for this video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and Mr. Carney 2323 is out. Peace, love, all that stuff.